people think I came to Christ through the intellectual route because of the books that I've written and the hundreds of debates I've done all over the world. But do you know, all the evidence about the deity of Christ that I've documented, the resurrection, the reliability of the Bible, of miracles, of truth, none of that really brought me to Christ. You say it didn't? No, none of it did. You know what it did? It got my attention. When I started slamming the door on God, the door was almost slammed. It was like God took the evidence, like sticking a foot in the door. He got my attention. Once I was convinced that Christ was the Messiah, the Son of God, that the Bible was true, that Christ literally in the third day was raised from the dead, that didn't mean that I was going to accept Christ. What ultimately brought me to Christ was realizing that God loved me. That if I was the only person alive, Christ still would have died for me. One of the most thrilling concepts I've ever had when I realized the truth that the God, creator of the universe, wants me to spend eternity with him. You say, well, how did you come to that conclusion that God loves you? It was through a group of students and professors at the first college I went to. As I watched their lives, they were believers. And I saw two things. One, I saw how much they loved and cared for each other. Now, you'll find that everywhere. But the second thing I saw is that they loved and cared for people outside their group in a very genuine way. That is what caught my attention. I knew it was true, but I wasn't sure I wanted to become a Christian until I met Christians who demonstrated his love for me in the way they accepted me, they related to me, and the way they shared with me. And so, yes, truth is important. It's so important. But truth without relationships so often leads to rejection. I saw that God loved me through seeing that others loved me. I saw that God wanted a relationship with me by seeing that others wanted a relationship with me. I trust that is true in your life because, oh, how I want that to be true in my life. That when somebody comes to know me, I pray to God, I reflect Jesus Christ and his love. And I know sometimes I don't. But as soon as I'm aware of that, immediately I try to confess it.